Hi, this is Dave the Debt Doctor, and welcome to Step 1 in the Financial Integrity Program. In this lesson, you'll begin the journey to mastering your relationship with money, and this program is your map to guide you along the way. But for a map to be of any use, there are two things you absolutely must know: where you want to get to and where you are now. Last lesson, we established that the goal of the Financial Integrity Program is to help you achieve true prosperity, the apex of the fulfillment curve that we refer to as having enough. In this lesson, we'll identify where you are now. Now, you may be thinking, I already know where I am, I'm in debt, or I'm in trouble, or I'm broke. But these things are just an indication of where you are. Just like being hot's an indication that you might be in the desert, or being cold is an indication that you might be in the Arctic or even Siberia. It's important to know exactly where you are before a map can be of any benefit. So how do you determine that actual you are here point on the map? Well, you do it by answering two critical questions. How much money have you received in your lifetime? And what do you have to show for it? Answering these questions will not only show you where you are, but it's also an important step to orienting yourself towards positive change. So let's examine these questions one at a time. How can you determine your lifetime income? An easy way to answer that is to use a simple worksheet and divide your income into two categories: reported income and non-reported income. On the worksheet, first you want to list your reported income, and this includes your wages, salaries, tips, income from the business, etc. It's income that you've reported on your taxes, and you probably receive a statement of earnings from the Social Security Administration each year that will detail this information for you. If you don't have one, you can request one by simply contacting them or going to their website. Next, you need to determine your non-reported income. This includes things like birthday and holiday gifts, allowances, selling stuff like maybe an old car, furniture, etc. This is any income you didn't have to report on your taxes. You probably don't have a specific record of this, so spend a little time to calculate your best estimate. Now, once you've done that and gotten your best estimate of lifetime income, you can focus on the second question. What do you have to show for it? Here again, a simple worksheet can make the process a whole lot easier. This type of worksheet is often referred to as a balance sheet or a net worth statement. Every successful company uses this process to make sure that they're on the right track, and your success is really no less important. So don't let these terms intimidate you. Your net worth is simply the total of your assets, or the things that you own, minus your liabilities, or the things that you owe. The key is to list all of your assets on the left-hand side of a worksheet, then place a fair market value on them. You need to know what you could actually sell them for. This category includes things like cash, account balances like checking and savings, investments, as well as hard assets such as houses, cars, and other personal items like furniture, tools, jewelry, clothing, etc. Once you've listed your assets and you've determined their fair market value, you need to identify your liabilities. This is simply any type of debts that you have, including mortgages, car loans, student loans, credit card debt, personal loans, etc. List these items on the right-hand side of the worksheet, and be sure to record the balances owed next to each of these items. Then simply subtract your total liabilities from your total value of assets, and that's your net worth. That's the amount of money that you'd have left if you sold everything that you own and paid off everything that you owe. Your net worth is the sum total of what you have to show for all your previous earnings. It really is as simple as that. So now that we've covered that, here are some tips for your success. First, see and accept the past. Step 1 can result in some aha moments of pride or dismay. Remember, this is just to find out where you are now, not to judge your past, just to see it and accept it so that you can move on. Next, take responsibility for creating a fulfilling future. If you find that you have a negative net worth, remember your lifetime income figure and reflect on how a different approach going forward might create a dramatic change in the future. And it's important to remember that net worth is not self-worth. Your net worth is simply a reflection of how you've utilized and managed your financial life, not your value as a human being. If you've made poor choices in your financial life, it doesn't diminish your value as a person. Well, that about wraps it up for this step in the Financial Integrity Program. Once you've completed this step, you'll have identified the two most important things you need to know for any successful journey, and you'll be ready to start moving towards the debt-free and prosperous life that you want. Well, this is Dave the Debt Doctor, and I look forward to seeing you in the next session.